What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Erasure, and we're returning to Cowboy 1997. And the next track is Treasure. It's a word that speaks to value, often collected together. I suppose in films and fantasy stories we're talking about a chest with gold inside or jewels and gems. But more figuratively, it could refer to any quantity or collection, whether artifactual or indeed emotional, that has a deep value, whether for someone individually or for anyone who happens to unlock it. But yeah, it seems also to suggest that it is hidden away, or at least not open and plentiful, but in fact, in some way, exclusive, secluded, or otherwise requiring effort to find and appreciate or take hold of. So, given Erasure's songwriting, I would think this would relate to emotions most likely, and perhaps to unlocking someone's heart or to one's own heart. So I do wonder in what direction the treasure will be appraised, whether it's someone looking inward or someone looking toward another person as the treasure itself, or an experience that could be had between them as a potential treasure, but something that has to be treated carefully, or someone else could come take it. I feel like there's a lot of ways metaphorically that it could relate to the more, let's say, cultural or fictional rendering or understanding of the word. So yeah, let's see what it is. This is Erasure, the track is Treasure, and it's from their 1997 album Cowboy. Chant, vocal keyboards.
At the end of treasure day, take off my hat and shoes, and I'll lay me down. Lives and loss and fortunes won, a test of the will to survive. See where the shadow falls, and you stake your claim. Nationwide, not a grain of truth to be heard. Lies the ancient tribe in their mother tongue, wreaking havoc and wrecking lives like a ball and chain to the sky. Rise, the eagle fly, spirit can't be broken.
It's a short one. So yeah, a lot of the lyrics sounded like they were about, let's say, more traditional searching for a treasure, going across the land and ancient tribes speaking in mother tongues and blue skies with the smoke of trains and so on. So it sounded like traveling the land and searching for an actual physical treasure. So I do wonder whether there's some metaphor at play that I just didn't pick up on the nuances of. But it also sounds very adventurous. I think maybe even the word adventure was used. So yeah, I don't quite know what to make of it lyrically, but a lot of interesting stuff sonically, and some of the elements featured sounding very Vince Clarke-esque, in particular Vince within the Erasure context, meaning, I've now heard him in some different idioms, including his Deep Tronica project, which if you haven't seen any of my reactions for that, I do encourage you to check it out. But yes, we had the computer bleep type of sound, we had the chant vocal type of chords, which then Andy was also singing in that style at the beginning. Also, there was that backing vocal, I think, from Andy, which is very high and operatic, and it was supporting the rest of the sonics in the back half of the tune. Oh, there was another element too. Oh, there's like laser gun sort of synths, so there were lots of elements that sort of added to the full electronic texture, and indeed it had a very electronica sound, but different maybe from their 80s electronica sound, about a decade before this. So again, it's interesting to listen to different groups over multiple decades and hearing elements that are characteristic and telltale and feel like, they just keep doing what they do, but even then you hear some evolution, you hear some elements or stylings that are then associated, that's very 90s to have that thing there, and that kind of sounds like an early 2000s convention. So listening to a group over a long period of time, you tend to notice both sides of that, continuity but also evolution. So yeah, again, very electronic sounding, some very uplifting, warm type of electronic sounds, which again, that seems very Vince Clarke. And yeah, again, Andy sounding good, even if I don't quite know what he's singing about, but it sounds like there's different scenes, different vignettes, and if he's talking about traveling across the land, then it sounds like he's searching for something, and you, again, do search for treasure on a more traditional, whether or not you're talking about a wooden crate full of valuable metals and stones, or whether you're talking about searching for someone or some experience or some place where you feel comfortable and at home, and that's the treasure, even though it's not a more, let's say, traditional understanding of the word. So I'm curious to hear what people have to say about the lyrics. Once again, I do enjoy the sonics. Vince Clarke in anything is someone that I've come to enjoy as a producer more even than I did when I was younger. And when I was young, I was like, wait, so this guy was one of the founders of Depeche Mode and Yazoo and Erasure? Like, what? And even saying that, I've come to appreciate his stylings more and more going through these deep dives. So shout out to both Adam and to Philip and to Han Solo and to Herman, all of whom have provided Erasure material over the course of this journey, as well as some CDs that I got on my own. So in any case, loving the Erasure journey, still going through it. Do let me know what you think. I will see you next time. Peace.